Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and wow, we got another absolutely fantastic show coming your way today. Like always, because executive producer Michelle Cooley always write great programs, and she bring on great guests, and plus in the studio, KCBQ AM 1170 Answer, FM 96.1, Todd Pirate manages and runs everything there. So it's just a solid team. So how you doing today, Michelle?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. Sorry about the show today because this is something me and you do. We do on a daily basis, but it all started way back when we were way young. It's something that was part of our normal daily routine, and we kept it up to this current day.
Yeah, I mean, you got to maintain. You have to, and I haven't even gave away the topic yet.
Oh, no,
But
don't talk.
maintain and make sure that you stay at your ultimate. So hey, how you doing, Todd? How you doing, man?
Oh, where's Todd?
Oh,
San
Right.
Diego's still pretty warm, not as warm as probably Dallas or Temecula, but it's pretty warm.
man, it's hot here. It's more than just warm. It was 106 degrees today.
How are you staying cool?
Staying in the house.
There you go.
Hey man, I'm ready to get this thing started, man.
All right, you ready to lock into the radio station?
Lock in the radio station.
All right, here we go.
It's Your Life is sponsored by James J.C. Cooley.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. It is your life. It's your life. And as part of your life, you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, because it's required for us to maintain the ultimate fitness level and mental health level. So I am excited about the show that we're going to be talking about today. Dr. Michelle Cooley did it again. So how you doing, Dr. Cooley?
I'm doing fine, James. I am great. I'm excited about the show today. And, yeah, wow, there's just so many things I want to say. But I'm going to give it away and not you. I'm telling the title of today's show.
I'm not going to take that away from you. I know you kind of get a little mad when Todd or I or somebody else kind of steal your thunder for a second or so.
Mhm.
So how you doing back in California, Todd?
It's good. It's a beautiful day back here, and I'm excited for today's show. I'm going to learn a little bit more about Dr. James and Dr. Michelle Cooley.
Well, yeah. I can't wait to get back there. I would be back Saturday, Todd, back in California. So I tell you what, I am ready to get this show started. Michelle, can you please tell our audience who is in anticipation the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and identify these two absolutely fantastic guests?
Well, most definitely. So today's title is Health and Wellness as a Couple. We're going to talk about fitness together, ideas for couples, workouts, and staying fit together, mental health, supporting each other's mental well-being and self-care routines, healthy eating, cooking healthy meals together, maintaining a balanced diet, stress management, techniques for managing stress as a couple, sleep habits, importance of good sleep hygiene, and how to achieve it together. So, these two guests on the show, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say about them. They are so wonderful. And I think they complement each other because they're married. So the guest today is Dr. James Cooley and Dr. Michelle Cooley. Clap, 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 clap. Wow, that was amazing. So Dr. James Cooley, what do you want to tell the audience about being part of the show?
Well, tell them the purpose of the show. You
I
forgot
did.
about that.
I did tell him the purpose.
You talked a little bit too fast on that one.
Oh,
The show highlights.
it's my New Yorker in me. So the show highlights are fitness together, mental health, healthy eating, stress management, and sleep habits.
Wow. I tell you what, wherever you're watching us at, whether you're watching us on the 360 television, Transfer TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, or over 50, 60, 68 other different platforms, welcome to the show. And if you want to be part of the show, all you have to do is go to that platform, what you're watching us on, go to the comments, ask any question that you might have. Michelle and I will get you an answer, or you can pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. We're going to get you an answer. So, Michelle, um, first of all, you came up with this topic.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you come up with this topic? Why is this topic so important that we talk about it today?
I came up with this topic because, when people think of fitness and health, they automatically go to working out at the gym, but there's so much more to it. You can work out at the gym, but if you're not sleeping right, if you're not eating right, it's really all for nothing. So health and wellness means just basically not only externally, but internally. And it is amazing. And it's really supportive when you do it if you're married as a couple, keep each other accountable for what they do or maybe what not they're doing. So that's why I came up with the title.
Well, I think physical fitness is important. And you did mention it's a three-part thing: physical, mental, and, all of those things play a major role in maintaining our fitness level. Physical fitness and emotionally, all of those things, because I know it worked for me when I get on a regimen and make sure that I block my schedule off every day to maintain and meet that regimen. I feel so much better after I come back from my hike or the gym or etc. I feel like I'm Superman at that point because I got that out the way.
Oh, most definitely. So, physical fitness as a couple. So for me, it all started when I was a kid. I was always athletic as a kid. I ran a little track here and there. I was always just an active young child. And I always wanted to maintain a good, healthy weight. So I always worked out. I mean, I've always been going to the gym since I was a teenager. So it's always been a part of my life. Eating healthy. I didn't eat that healthy when I was young, when I was on my own as a young adult. But what I did do over the years, long time ago, is I got rid of the sodas. Still love the sweets, but I got rid of the sodas. I'm not a fried food person, but we're talking about fitness right now. So the fitness routine. So right now, you know, for me, I do Pilates. And I also do, working out on the treadmill at a very high incline, 15 or above. So I like the way I feel after working out. I do the Pilates to strengthen my core. I have a bad back, so I do that to strengthen my core. And as we get older, we lose more muscle mass. So I definitely work out with the weights. And cardio is so important to me as well. But I love the way I feel after I work out. If I don't work out, I mean, I've done it before when we went on vacation recently. I didn't work out for the week, but I was having too good of a time. But I can go a week without it depending on what the issue is. But it is so important to me. It makes me feel good. How about you, James?
Well, you didn't work out for a week. I did. I worked out every day when we was on our vacation, and but as you mentioned this, it's so important to identify the things that are going to make you feel good about yourself, the things that are going to keep you healthy. You mentioned about the foods. We don't eat a whole lot of fried foods here. I mean, yesterday I called myself go buy some chicken, fried chicken, and I couldn't even eat. I couldn't. It just don't taste right no more. It just.
Busted.
And yeah, so what we put into our systems is so important, and sometimes your body tells you that that might not be good for you right there. I can't remember the last time that I ate a Burger King or a McDonald's. I mean, it's just not. If I break down to eat a hamburger, I'm gonna either cook it myself or my favorite is Wendy's. So,
But we got our favorite exercises that we do. And how do we, and it's important we encourage each other when we working out. I mean, audience, when we get up in the morning, their alarm goes, after I walk the dog, later on in the afternoon, I either go to Pilates or the other gym where I do the cardio and the weights. However, we encourage each other. I encourage James, like, are you going to do your walk? After he finishes his walk, are you going to the gym? The only way James doesn't do his walk or to the gym is if it's extremely hot outside, that's a little dangerous, or, he might not be feeling good, but, he either goes to, I'm going to let him talk about it, but, steam room and sauna, but he knows, and he'll ask me, we ask each other, how was the workout today? So that's important when we encourage each other, and we are really curious, and we really want to know how each other's workout goes. So, and I'll talk a little bit more about exactly what I do as far as working out. So James, on to
yeah, I
you.
mean, working out. I mean, a lot of we have kind of got off course a little bit from the workout where you and I used to do aerobics at the gym. I'm talking about I was an instructor and go through a class, and not only us, but we put it live on Facebook, and other people that are at the house are joining in. So it's important to work together that way and also encourage others. Um, as far as my height, it's almost mandatory that I have to do that unless we have an extremely hot day like today. Even though I went out there and did it, I almost passed out. But just staying on a routine and a regiment, and understanding how much your body can take is important, and making sure mentally that even when you don't want to work out, that you get out there and do it anyway because that's part of your everyday routine. And I noticed that you always you going later to the gym now than what you used to be. And why is that?
Well, years ago when I was younger, I'm still young. I used to go to the gym at 4:36 in the morning. I used to go to cycling class, a personal training class. But as I got older, I figure out what works best for me at this age. So I go to the gym around noontime. I go to the gym 6 days a week. So it alternates. One day is the gym, and the other day is Pilates. So
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. 'Cause we got to take a station break. But when we get back, we're gonna pick up this topic. It's a couple other things that we're gonna talk about as well, like mental health, healthy eating, stress management, and how all of this leads to better sleeping habits, better mental conditions. And so it's so much we're gonna cover. And if you want to be part of the conversation, whichever platform you're watching us on, all you have to do is go to the comments, ask any questions that you might have, or pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Remember, it's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
A black man's
Hey, 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 hey. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James JC Cooley. Hey, hey, hey.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Teaching storytelling, James paints a picture about his arrival in a rural Deep South town and realization that life would never be the same. Cooley lays out his struggle to adjust from city life to country life and back again, sharing his hard-earned lessons to educate, encourage, and enlighten our next generation of leaders and heroes. Get your copy of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James J.C. Cooley, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
Yeah. Dr. James JC Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life, and today is just Michelle and I, and we're talking about fitness and all things fitness as it relate to physical, mentally, and emotionally. Trying to get rid of stress, and so it's certain things that I believe, just like I said, mindset had to be right when you're doing almost anything. But also, there's certain type of exercises or activities that I believe that helps enhance our fitness level, depending on what type or level that you're on and how but I mean, you are in shape. Um, Michelle, I know that you do Pilates. I mean, you go to the gym, you do the treadmills, you do a lot of different things. Is any of these based on building up a certain portion of your body, the back, etc.? And if so, how does these different activities help you?
Well, let's start with Pilates. So I don't know if everyone's familiar with the reformer machine at Pilates studios. Those things are amazing. And they help my core. So I have to strengthen my core in order for my back to be a little bit better because I had some serious back issues for months and excruciating pain. So besides physical therapy, I tried Pilates and it's working. I do it 8 times a month, twice a week. And that reformer machine is a godsend, let me tell you. So Pilates is not, it's a combination of stretching. You can build muscle. It's doing so good for me, my body. Now at the other gym, when I do the treadmill, when I do the incline, I incline as high. I do it to strengthen my legs. I don't do it flat because that's just basic cardio. But when you do it on an incline, that really tones the muscle in your legs. And, I also do the machines for my quads, my hamstrings, my biceps. I do core exercises. I do exercises that is a combination of cardio and strength. As I mentioned before, as you get older, your muscle mass goes away, decreases. So you have to keep up your muscle mass as well. So those are things that I do that work for me. I think every phase in my life, every 5 to 10 years, I try something different. This works for me right now, and I am happy and I like the results. So, what about you, James?
Well, another question. Why
Mhm.
is important not to do the same thing every day?
Because your body can get used to it. You can hit a plateau, basically. You want to try different things. That's why I love about Pilates. It's even though let's say I go to a center um, cardio scope 1.5 class, it's different types of exercises and it tailors different body parts. So it's definitely important to work out the whole body, but do and differentiate with different exercises so you won't hit that plateau, so you won't get bored. What about you? I know you walk, but is there anything different you may do in your walk just to change it up besides walking a different path?
No, I try to stay on the same path every day, because I know exactly how long it's going to take me, how far it is. So I try to stick with that route. However, it's a lot of other things that I have found myself doing now. Even on my hike, I have identified a 3 to 5 minute rest place where, I walk this path, and in front of this store, they got the benches out there. I have learned that if I take that 3 to 5 minute break,
Mhm.
it increases not just my walking ability, but also I think it increased my breathing and everything else along those lines. Other things that I do in my exercises is, I love massages, so I have to have massages, decompressions, sometimes the shots. My back was just like you mentioned about your back, was hurting so bad that we had to have these injections. But I noticed that, um, found out what was the problem. The problem was I was carrying too much weight. I mean, it,
Mhm.
every time I can tell if I'm heavy or not, because that portion of my back will start to hurt. So that's why it's important that we have an ideal weight and we try to stick with that because that will also affect other things and other joints in your body, and that's part of the things that I do is the extra activities, the massages, the decompressions, and etc.
Wow. So, you know what? Let's switch gears here. Let's talk about mental health. Now, mental health, we've had so many discussions on the show regarding mental health experts, et cetera, et cetera. But as a couple, one of the questions is, what's some of the effective ways that we communicate with each other about concerns about our mental health? Whether we're going through stress, and I can kind of start it. I'm a believer and I pray a lot. So for my mental health, I I communicate to you that, if I'm feeling stress, and my office is upstairs, and there's a yoga mat in my office. So sometimes what I do is I just lay on the floor and just lay on the ground. And that's kind of like my getaway for a couple of minutes or so, depending, or going upstairs to pray. I mean, that really helps me as far as my mental health. And, how I communicate with you is like, I need some me time, and it has nothing to do with you, but I need some me time, especially, my me time could be shopping. Honestly, my me time, it really can. Everybody's different. You got to do what brings you joy. So my me time is shopping. Even if I don't buy anything, I could go to Walmart, any other store. That's my me time. Instead of rushing, because I feel like we rush so much every single day. Everyone is busy, but it's time sometimes just to slow down. Or my me time could be binge watching a TV show that I like. But that's how I deal with, let's say, if I'm having some stress issues. So let's talk about what you do.
Well, we all have stress issues. You and I just went through a month of that recently,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the things that I do when I call it stressed out or approaching that is I have to get away for a little bit, as you had mentioned that. Get away, step aside, uh, just go to a room by myself, and just think about the things that are going on, and also look for potential solutions on where it's not going to take me or lead me toward the dark side. So that mental health moment where you just get away, think about these things, um, that worked for me. Secondly, chatting with you. I mean, just letting you know how I feel, and getting your recommendations on what you think I'm probably need to do, or your recommendations, because no one knows what another person need to do in order to get past that situation or circumstances that they might be in. Um, and as you know, every night I have to get in my jacuzzi. I jump in the jacuzzi and just sit back, turn the television on,
Mm-hmm.
and just think about all the things. Think about what happened today. Uh, kind of what could I have done to make things better today
Mm-hmm.
that I can focus on tomorrow. But you have to find yourself and what makes you happy. Just like you mentioned something about binge watching television shows. Yeah, yeah, you do that a lot. No.
That's my way, kind of one of my stress, my mental health things, just to get away. But I'm like your bodyguard, especially like if you want to be left alone or you're in a stressful mood. I turn your cell phone off. I put it on silent. I was like, don't answer that call or something like that. Sometimes you just need a breather. Like I said, we're so busy, but we got to take time for ourselves. And yes, we would love to talk to everybody under the sun who calls us, but there's a time and there's a place. And when we call people back, we want to give them the best conversation.
And you're absolutely right. It's important to do that, but it's also important to try to have a clear conscience and a clear mind. We're going to take a station break, but we're going to come back and continue this great conversation because we got a lot more that we have to cover. Eating habits, eating the right foods, stress management, just like what we just talked about a little bit. And also, you, the viewer, if you got a question or comment, all you have to do is just go to the comments on whichever platform you're watching us on, or pick up the phone, call Todd at 1-888-344-1170. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
Craving a slice of Chicago right here in Temecula wine country? Then dive deep dish style pizza at Rosati's Pizza Pub. Piled high with gooey cheese, rich tomato sauce, and your favorite toppings, Rosati's delivers the taste of the Windy City right to your table or front door. Enjoy the cozy pub atmosphere and an impressive selection of Temecula wines. Come on down to Rosati's Pizza Pub for your slice of Chicago right here on Rancho California Road, or order online at myrosatis.com. Rosati's, where Chicago deep dish pizza meets Temecula charm.
Country boy.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right.
In this life you are gonna grow, but there's things in this world that you gotta know. To be the best that you can be, you wanna grow real big into a strong tree. To be who you're created to be, the one who's gonna leave a legacy is you. But you got to have these 4 C's. Create, collaborate, then you commit with confidence. Create, collaborate, then you commit with confidence. It's the 4 C's. Gotta have these, oh yeah. It's the 4 C's.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right.
Yes, in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. This is a must listen for anyone who thinks they're stuck in life or needs to understand that their current situation is not their final destination. Country Boy, City Boy, a journey that ain't over yet, is the unfiltered truth to provide hope for the future by challenging you to refuse to become a victim of life's circumstance and dare to become an overcomer, because a bigger, better, and more impactful life awaits you. Get the new audio version of his book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, by Dr. James Cooley, on Amazon or wherever books are sold.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. This is a segment where I bring Todd in and kind of get his thoughts on what this is segment where I bring Todd in and kind of get his feedback on some of the things that we're chatting about, and just hear what he got to say. How you doing, Todd?
Well, I'm always good, and it's a pleasure to be a part of this show. I think it's very cool and endearing that you guys work out together and keep each other on track and motivate. I think motivation has got to be the biggest key to staying on track. And then every once in a while, I'm sure you guys, one or the other, will run into a speed bump or something, but you guys push each other through it and keep going. So I love it. I've never been able to. None of my past girlfriends have ever worked out with me or anything. The closest I ever got was I got like one of those rickshaws, and I would pull it. And she would sit in the back, and we go down to the beach. And that's it. But I got my exercise.
That's the first time I've heard that, Todd. But yeah.
Well, hopefully I can find someone like you guys have found each other, perfect pair, and you guys, motivate each other, and you guys look really good. You guys look very healthy. So I commend you guys on all that you've been doing.
Oh yeah, man, and it just takes time, Todd. When that right person will come along, and you would know who that is. You would know immediately who that is. So that's how it was with Michelle and I. And,
I'm excited. I'm waiting. If any ladies out there listening, I'm still single.
Oh my.
Hey,
Well,
Michelle,
hmm?
just like how do you know? Because you always identify to me when I'm stressed out. Is it certain things or certain signs that you recognize? Uh, how, how do you know? Because I try to keep it as undercover as possible that I'm not stressed out, but you always figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's just normal with you, and I think it's kind of similar to how other people may be stressed out. But it's like when you get so quiet and you kind of want to be you can into your own self, or let's say you don't want to talk to anybody on the phone because we know you love to talk, especially on the phone. You're a very sociable person, but or when you're just like like all over the place. It's like, okay, calm down. So that's the signs I see when I feel you get stressed out. What about me?
Well, you get stressed out and you just don't say anything. You lay in bed and start watching the same show over and over and over again, or you just run around and start cleaning up, just constantly. And what our audience and our viewers don't know is, yeah, you when you stressed out and you want to get things done, that New Yorker in you, uh, it's shame if they're eating at the table and they,
Ah,
you feel, well, because they turn their head, you will come and grab their plate, not knowing that they have not finished eating yet.
I would be a horrible server at a restaurant. I mean, I would make sure there's always a table available because I would take your food and then the table be ready for the next guest. But I'm going to switch gears here. Let's talk about healthy eating. And James is the master. So he's the cook of the household. He loves to cook. Oh, and he's always creating these amazing dishes. And we're always into vegetables. Um, I'm more into that. I'm a hit and miss. I don't like eating my fruits. Let's just start with fruits straight. I like eating them in a smoothie. So I create my own smoothies, right? My own protein shakes, bananas, blueberries, strawberries, mangoes. So that's how I incorporate fruits in my diet. As far as vegetables, I like stir fried stuff. I mean, I like vegetables as is. I like stir fried, and we make a lot of stir fried recipes. Actually, James does. He asked what I like. Healthy eating and drinking. I don't drink sodas at all. I mean, I used to drink it as a kid, but I haven't drank sodas really like that in like over 20 something years. I love water, plain water, or like I said, I make my own protein shakes. Yeah, I just love water. I love kiwa. I try to get as much protein in my diet as possible. So protein is so important. It helps in the buildup of muscles as well. Like I said, I do eat some sweets here and there. I might have my moments, but fried foods is really not my thing. It depends. You know, we had fried fish yesterday, fried shrimp yesterday. I love shrimp. So, but we try, and I mean try, we do cook. James does cook healthy meals. So why is cooking healthy meals important, James, to you, as well as us as a couple, to make sure we get the nutrients that we need?
Well, first of all, it goes back to what they call the 5 basic food groups right now. And we have to make sure that not just cooking, we're talking fruits and vegetables as well, that we get a certain amount of portions of that in our system every day to help maintain your body, your weight, and plus it's good, I think. I think it's good to do that. So it's important that we do that, and it's important that, as you mentioned, fried foods, we don't eat a whole lot of that. Stir fries, what I do is I try to make sure that you and myself get a varieties of the right stuff like broccoli, red onions, carrots, celeries, and so on, because that's going to help keep us healthy and also help provide the nutrition that is recommended that we have in our system. So it's important to me that we do that. And for as meats, we have cut down on a lot of stuff lately, other than chicken. I love baked chicken any type of ways, and so do my dog. So I have to make sure she get the right amount of nutrition in her system as well.
But it's funny. I'm not a meat person, and I think it was one time I went like 8 months without eating meat. I'm not a heavy meat eater at all. I like fish, eat poultry sometimes, but I'm not a heavy meat eater at all. But we got 1 minute to the break. But how do we let each other know? Is like, okay, you're eating too much of this. You may want to pull back on this. I just basically just tell you. And you just tell me in an indirect way. Like for me, I just say, okay, oh, you're eating that again? And then I think you say, I forgot how you tell me.
Well, I tell you, it just we got our own ways of getting across. It's like when I'm gaining a little weight, you come up to me and just start patting me on my stomach. And I, so I tell you, we got to take a station break. But we're going to come back. We're going to continue this conversation. It's fun. And if you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is go to the platform that you're watching us on, ask any questions that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
A Black Man's Point of View is the newest Amazon.com #1.
Hello, I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley from the United States of America, and I am here to just say, first of all, I'm so happy and honored to be honored to be in the Coffee Book 2023, Unified Brain Z and the other organizations. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this collection.
It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Yeah. Dr.
out his struggle to adjust from city life to country life and back again, sharing his hard-earned lessons to educate, encourage, and enlighten our next generation of leaders and heroes. Get your copy of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James J.C. Cooley, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
Craving a slice of Chicago right here in Temecula wine country? Then dive into legendary Chicago deep dish style pizza at Rosati's Pizza Pub. Piled high with gooey cheese, rich tomato sauce, and your favorite toppings, Rosati's delivers the taste of the Windy City right to your table or front door. Enjoy the cozy pub atmosphere and an impressive selection of Temecula wines. Come on down to Rosati's Pizza Pub for your slice of Chicago right here on Rancho California Road, or order online at myrosatis.com. Rosati's, where Chicago deep dish pizza meets Temecula charm.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Michelle, I think it's important that couples talk about certain things like what we're talking about, to encourage each other to stay on track, stay focused, continue to have healthy challenges like you and I do. One of the things Todd don't know about is I have beat you in the last 3-4 weight loss contests.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But I didn't need to lose weight, so there was no challenge.
Hey, Todd, I got her.
I do have a question for you guys. I'm curious, what kind of exercise do you guys, what's your favorite exercise to do together? Do you ride bikes, play basketball? What's something that you guys do together that you consider fun, but is also exercise?
Well, we don't do it quite often like we used to, but walk together. That's fun. And aerobics. I was an instructor for many, many years. And just like I mentioned earlier, we used to do once a month, head to the gym, go live on YouTube, and invite all our friends to join in. And Michelle and I would kind of teach the class. She would get up front and do her little thing, and I would alternate and do my thing. And that's fun when doing that together. Plus, you cannot get tired because all these other folks out there watching you, and they're leading, and they're gonna come back and comment. So we do that together. We did the 10K in Atlanta a couple years ago.
Yeah, but I think with the video that we used to do at the gym, we're on Facebook and stuff, Todd. We haven't done that in a while, mostly because of my back. There's certain things I can't, I can do them, but they'll hurt my back. And I need to protect that. That's why I've started taking Pilates class. So the things I used to do on the videos with James, like the aerobics and stuff, that's not good for me right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. James, have you ever tried the Pilates with Michelle?
I have never tried that. I'm kind of afraid.
Pilates can be kind of tough because don't you kind of use your own body weight?
Well, you can use your own body weight, and then they have the reformer. Oh my gosh, that machine is amazing. So I go to Club Pilates, right? And they have them all over. And they have the reformer machine. I'm sure other Pilates studios have them, but that thing is amazing what that machine can do and accomplish as far as the total body workout. I mean, try it out. They have intro classes, just try it out. Or, other Pilates studios, they may have the reformer as well. But
I know it's very popular. You see it, a lot of places popping up, just Pilates specific gyms. But what do you guys, what's one of the workouts that you do that is your least favorite, but when you do it with each other, it's not so bad?
Stretching.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Stretching exercise. Michelle kind of make me do that with her.
That's important too. Especially the older you get, you got to stretch before you do exercises.
Oh, yeah. But the challenge that I
I
have,
just
Todd, is
did Todd just call us old?
I
I
think he
know I've hurt myself from not stretching. Then I
Mhm.
jump on a skateboard or something, and I, strain my leg or something. So I know even at my age, you got to stretch.
Yes, you do.
you got to stretch. But the challenge that I have is I got two total hip replacements, and I probably need to stretch a lot more in doing so. But a lot of times when both your hips have been replaced, you are very careful about certain moves or certain stretches, exercises that you do. But it does not affect me when I'm hiking and when I'm doing a lot of other things because I'm so used to it. But I think all of these things are very, very important.
I have one more question for you guys. How important is it to switch it up and do different things? Like, does it become too monotonous if you do the same exercise every day? How important is it for you to do different exercises?
I
I think
think
it's
it's
very,
in.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. I think it's very important. Like I said earlier, I definitely switch it up. We definitely switch it up at the Pilates studio. We don't take the same class with the same type of routine. And me going on the treadmill, sometimes I go on the elliptical. Like today, it was a fast pace incline 10 day for me to switch it up for 20 minutes. And then I did my hamstrings and quad exercises and some core exercises. So I definitely switch it up. It's very important because you don't want your body to get used to something. And like I said, it might plateau.
Hey, Todd, I think it's important to switch up because you want to get a full total body exercise. You want to work all of the muscles in the joints. And if you do the same thing over and over again and not switch it up, you're not reaching all of the different parts. And that could cause one extremity to be stronger than the other, and you start feeling pain. So I think it's important to switch up and do different things.
And I want to kind of switch gears. I know we have a couple minutes left before the show is over. Sleeping habits. Okay, as a couple, sleeping. I'm going to just admit this. My sleeping habits are atrocious. You know why? I'm blaming James for it because we hook on to these specific TV shows that we can't just stop watching. It's like when one episode ends, the other one begins. We just finished watching House of Dragon. It was great. And now we're starting Game of Thrones, but sometimes, I honestly, my sleeping habits is atrocious. I really need to go to bed a little bit earlier, but I'm not tired at 9 o'clock or whatever. I think get tired maybe a little after 10. I should go to bed a little bit early, especially if I get up early. What are your thoughts on that, James?
Well, you got me watching all these crazy shows, and once they are so exciting that we watching the next episode, the next thing you know, 1 o'clock in the morning, and we got to get up by 6 or 7. So, but it's important that we know our body. We know exactly how much sleep that we can function off of, and we know what is going to require us not to be so fatigued uh, during that day. So I think it's so important as well.
You know what helps my sleep? This may seem weird, but I love when it thunders and lightning and thunders at night. I love heavy rain. That is so soothing and calming. I love it. That helps me sleep. And I know some people don't like thunder and lightning. Of course, I like it when I'm in the house, but that really helps me sleep. I don't know if that may sound a little bit off, Todd or James, but what do you thought? What do you think about that?
Yeah. You go ahead on top.
I was just going to say a lot of people, it helps them. They even have those little machines that kind of mimic the sound of thunder and rain and stuff. So you're definitely not the only one.
Well, I mean, yeah, she loves thunder and lightning. Me, it's kind of hard to sleep when it's thunder and lightning real hard. But, I tell you what, this has been an absolutely fantastic show. And we got to do this again, Michelle. So I like to thank Dr. Cooley, Michelle Cooley, for putting together another great show. I like to thank Todd Pirate, KCBQ, AM 1170 Answer, FM 96.1. For always being there, always making us look good and producing. And most importantly, I'd like to thank our viewers and our listeners for tuning into the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Monday through Friday, actually every day. Always dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's your life.
James JC Cooley.